a lot of crackheads around here. Like, I like North Carolina. I like Charlotte. I did just move here. Like, I like it better than Maryland, but like, there are a lot of crackheads around here. I feel like I never saw crackheads in Maryland. I mean, everyone's kind of crackhead. Everyone kind of like just generally sucked, to be honest. But like, I don't know. I never really saw people that just like were like strung out or like very like obviously on drugs. Not a whole lot of like alcoholics or like drunks either, you know? I think that's because you couldn't like buy liquor in the stores in like Montgomery County and whatnot, but around here, crackhead central. There's fucking meth heads, crackheads in every corner. We just want to break into our fucking house the first week we were here. Granted, the door could literally just be like shoved open, but like they fucking came in. They came in. My cameras weren't working at the time. I just set up the internet, and like it was the wildest shit. Honestly, like I just woke up one morning. I brushed my teeth, do all my shit. I'm getting ready to go take my dog for a run, and I open the door, and the fucking front door is open. I'm getting out of my bedroom, front door is open. So I run back, I go and grab my Glock, load it, you know, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm like, why the hell is the front door open? I remember locking that last night. Go downstairs, and yeah, dead ass front door is open. I'm first check my animals are inside. I'm like clearing room to room. All my animals are inside, my cat and my dogs, who constantly try to run out the door. They're inside somehow. Door's wide open. Close the door, clear the rest of the house. No one's there, and the back door is open too. It's like a slightly ajar. So what I figured out was the back door was really wimpy. And we did lock it, but it could just be forced open just by pushing on it. So I think what they did was they like hopped our back fence. They're probably there's a lot of like crackheads in our neighborhood. Again, I think one of them like hopped the fence and they pushed open the door, and they came inside. And at the time, my couch was like kind of separating the living room from like right where you'd come in if you were coming in that way. And my dogs always sleep on the couch, but like they're used to hearing me come in and out of the garage a lot. So like they're probably just accustomed to the noise, you know? So they probably just thought it was me coming in now. And then like, you know, once they caught the smell of the person inside, probably like went over and like came up behind them. Because like the couch was like, there's like a little gap in between the back of my house and the couch. So they would have come around, come out behind there, and the person was probably ahead of that at that point. So like the dogs literally just like fucking spawned behind them, and they're just like, holy shit. So like they come in, dogs notice, they come off the couch, come up behind them thinking it's me, and then they're like, who the hell is this? But they don't really bark or growl a whole lot, but they're both like pit bull mixes, so like they look scary. Intruder at this point freaked the fuck out, backs into our entry table, I'm guessing, because that was the only thing that was out of place. It was slightly ajar. They back into our entry table and then just run out the fucking front door, and then they just leave. I talked to my neighbors, and apparently there was someone who broke into some cars a couple of months ago here, into our neighbor's car, and the neighbor guy's truck broken into. He ended up installing this camera that like announces like you're now being recorded or something like that. And probably said it on the way in, to be honest, as for every car that passes. Anyways, they probably knew this because I think they came from the field behind my house, hopped the fence, went in through the front, and then quickly went out the side yard and into my neighbor's yard because they knew that cameras in the front. They didn't want to be caught. And again, there's like a lot of bums around here, so you know, like they usually wear the same thing like day to day, so probably be pretty easy to identify for whatever it's worth. But yeah, no, it was the craziest shit. I mean, nothing got stolen. We ended up replacing the door afterwards because like I literally could not get the door to like actually securely lock. But you know, here we are. We've been here for 2 more months and nothing's been broken into since. But it's kind of a crazy situation for a little while. It freaked me out. I posted on Reddit and whatnot, and Nextdoor too, and people were like telling me I forgot to lock the door, and I was like, dude, I'm like the most ritual person. Like I would never forget to lock the door. I remember explicitly locking this shit, especially the front door. And there's no way someone forced open the front door. Nothing was stolen. And then some people were saying there was like a ghost in my house, or I had like carbon monoxide poisoning, and like I got a CO2 tester and whatnot, and like we were good. Like there's no carbon monoxide. So I mean, unfortunately my cameras were all kind of messed up at the time, so we just got our internet done, and they're blink cameras, and they just kind of suck, to be honest. And I moved them since they actually like have a proper signal now. But yeah, no, everyone's just saying all this crazy shit, but I deadass think like 3 weeks into moving here, someone just broke into our house, our dog scared them off, and just skedaddled out the front door. I think the biggest mystery to me is why my cat didn't exit, because like my neighbor said they were like leaving to drop their kids off at like 6 a.m. and like I woke up at like 7, At 6 a.m. they're dropping their kids off, and my cat was just sitting in the front door open. They just, I don't know, they didn't know what to make of it for whatever reason. So they just continued on with their day. So like that was really weird. But I think like the creepiest part of all of this, like by far, is what I was doing the night before. So I don't know if y'all know the game Red Dead Redemption 2. I got this game on launch day like years ago. It came out like, I don't know, 2018, something like that. And I got on launch day. I played it for like, I want to say like 4 or 5 hours. And then I was like, you know, I'm more of like an Apex Legends, like sort of first person shooter dude, not a cowboy dude. And I just kind of just forgot about it from there. I didn't get very far in it. You know, it was just like the intro and whatnot. So just like 2 days before this happens, I picked up the game again. I was bored. I was like, I'm just bored of all the games I'm playing. So I went and picked up this game. I started playing it. And the night before, I was playing this mission where you have to like steal this stagecoach from this dude. Like, I don't know, you go to a barn and this dude's like, hey, I need a stagecoach. My cousin Billy Bob or whatever, he's got one, and I want it. You know, he's a dick. And so you go there with your other guy. I don't know what the fuck his name is. And you go there, and they tell you have the option whether you want to do it in day or night. So I chose night because I'm like, duh. Why am I gonna break into some dude's house in the middle of the day? I mean, that makes no sense. So I do it at night, and I chose to go into the house while the other dude went and got the stagecoach. And I'm like tiptoeing around this dude's house while he's sleeping. And you got like this old dude, he's like just snoring there and whatnot. And I'm like tiptoeing around, I'm going through his shit. And I just think it's so fucking weird that I did that the night before someone broke into my house. Because I've never played a video game where I've done anything like that before. And that was the last thing I was doing before bed. Before our house gets broken into, when someone goes into our house and just tiptoeing around, you know, it's just weird. I don't know. Part of me thought I was like sleepwalking or something, but we have a camera in the house that's not made by Blink, and that one does work, and it didn't pick up anything. So I never left my bedroom. They never made it upstairs either, which is good because I had like $1,000 in cash from selling some camera gear literally a day before too. Ironically, just sitting on my desk. They could have just snagged that, my camera gear, laptop, all that stuff, and just walked out with a whole fucking motherload. They could have taken my car too, but they didn't. So I guess, I mean, maybe maybe it was the person I sold the camera gear to, because I just sold it in my driveway. But they were nice. It was like a nice lady or something. So I don't know. She has a mom. She had her kid, but you never know. Maybe it was the kid, little 8-year-old, little fucker. Wouldn't have even hurt him. My dogs like kids too, so probably wouldn't have bit her either. She overreacted by leaving, clearly. She could have just stayed. She could have taken whatever she wanted. They probably would have followed her out, to be honest. But yeah, crazy fucking story. What are you gonna do though? I don't know. Check your sliding door. Go outside. If it's locked, if you can push it open, so can someone else. Make sure that shit works. Trust me. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you like this kind of content, this like conversational sort of shit, because this is easy for me. I didn't script any of this. I'm just talking right now. Thanks.